Right, folks, back with a For Fox's Sake, and well, 3 points. 3 points, folks. I've made me notes again. I hope you don't mind me making me notes. I haven't got all these fucking scripts that bloody Sly Sports presentators have. I have to do this off the whim or the quim, whatever it is. So 3 points, 3 points, and hopefully something to build on. I must admit, I wasn't too confident of this game today. It was only 8 weeks ago since we were basically fucking it up against Man United and letting them catch us and overtake us. And, you know, you're thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm not happy with this. You know, because I think if there'd have been a crowd there today at the Hawthorns, apparently the Hawthorns is the highest ground in the league. Fuck's sake. Some useless, interesting fact there from Sly Sports. It was, you know, I wasn't looking forward to the game because if the crowd had been there today, I think West Brom might have been up for it a bit more. When you've got all your fans there behind you, it certainly lifts you. And is it that going to be that statistic again where opposition teams are going to these grounds and doing quite well? I thought the West Brom sound effects were quite funny because they were about 3 seconds behind on everything. You know, it just, you know, I don't know. I think it's a waste of fucking time anyway, having these stupid sound effects. I'm finding it hard, or I was finding it hard, to get excited about the new season because, like I say, it was only 8 weeks ago since we were playing Premier League football. And it doesn't seem like it's been away that long. I also think with the fact that we can't get into the ground, I've got my membership card for me and Ginge, but it's not as though you can think, right, I'm going to go to that game, I'm going to go to that game and that game. You've got nothing to look forward to. And to sit at home and just watch it is okay, but if you're not actually getting these games where you can go and see a team play, it just hasn't got the same thrill factor. Is thrill factor a word, June? I think so. Is it? June says thrill factor. June's on the fucking For Fox's Sake. Never thought we'd get that on. Yeah, so it's not the thrill factor that I wanted, but, you know, there you go. On for the transfer situation, and I don't particularly believe anything that Sly Sports and the media are putting out about transfer things at the moment. I just don't believe them. I think until the actual transfer deadline date is done, gone, past, we've got whoever, we've sold whoever, I'm not particularly too bothered, to be fair, because I just don't fucking trust the media. I just think they're all a bunch of fucking knobheads, and that's the way it is. Yeah, I hope that after our downfall from last season, we've actually learned something. You know, Brendan's got the team there together and we're actually learning, and although we did miss out on Champions League football, I hope we're going to learn and build on, you know, and push on and do something like that. I also thought at the start of the game, just reading through my notes, folks, because I do have notes, I was watching Leicester Fan TV and I was leaving a few comments on there. And Phil left he put the question out there of who do you think is West Brom's biggest threat, or who do you think's Leicester's biggest threat? And I thought Leicester were probably our own biggest threat. I think during the end of last season, I think we fucked up far too many times trying to be too fucking clever, and it just went completely tits up. And I was hoping, you know, we've learnt from it. I wasn't happy about Ndidi as a centre back. Soyuncu needs Evans as Evans needs Soyuncu is what I've wrote, but obviously. That was okay. We actually kept a clean sheet. I think if we were playing a bigger team, I think we've got Burnley next week, and then I think we're away at Man City. We've got to have something sorted out by then. You cannot afford to lose Ndidi in the centre of the park. Yes, Maddison's back. Yes, Pratt played quite well and all that, but we need him there. We need Ndidi in the middle of the fucking park. Now, to get a centre-back, people know that our owners have got money. They know we've made a lot of money from Chilwell, whoever he is, and they want a part of it. It's that merry-go-round of the transfer market. They know we've got money. They want more than what a player is actually worth, and I don't think Leicester will be held into that thing. I know we had who was that prick we had from Wolves last year? Oh, I can't remember his name. He was that fucking good. I know we had him on loan. I just cannot see the point in that again. Fortunately, we sent him fucking back with a flea in his ear. I don't know whether we need to take a few players out on 6 months loan just to try and boost the squad. That way, if they're any good, we can keep them. I don't honestly know, but the thing we've got with the King Power group is that they aren't making any money at all with this thing that's happening in the world. It's absolutely knackering them up, and we all know that they are a duty-free company kind of thing. Oh shit! Sorry, June, I said kind of thing. Not again, yeah. So they are not making the money. We've got the stadium to expand. We've just got the training ground. It's all happening at the wrong time. So there you go. We've also got the hassle now that Vardy is 33. Yes, he got 2 penalties today, but he is 33. He is not, 33 is not a big age, is it? But it is a big age for a Premier League footballer. So anyway, I can't say it, Castagna, making his debut. Happy to see. Really good. Well happy with that. I'm just going to make a few notes again as the game went on. 6 minutes in, Ndidi did a woeful pass back, and we gave away a corner. And this is what I was saying about Ndidi. I need him in the middle of the park. We need him in the middle of the park. I just seem to think that he might panic a little bit. I know he's a very calming influence in the centre of the park, but playing centre-back's a completely different ball game. I used to play at centre-back years and years ago, and I was shit. I went up front, and I weren't too bad. It's like you've got that added pressure, you lose that added pressure that you are the last line of defence. Apart from a goalkeeper, you are the last line of defence. And I didn't like it. Ndidi's a battler in the middle of the park, and that's where he should be. But needs must at the moment. 12 minutes in, and same as last year. Now, I sat there on the settee, and it was just the same of pass, forward, pass, backwards, pass, piss. We weren't creating anything. We weren't doing anything in the first 12 minutes. It was just, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, what are we doing? We never changed any situation of pass sideways, pass forward, back, come straight back. I know you've got to build things and all that, but Vardy was playing against some big lad. I can't remember it. I'm not fucking around with naming other teams' players. If they catch me, then I'll fucking name them. But Vardy's got the pace, and sometimes all we just need to do is to catch them unawares, because what they did, West Brom were pushing up, they were just shutting us down, they were snuffing out everything we were doing. Sometimes just fucking lamp it and just give them things to say, oh, they're not going to do that all the while. And anyway, there you go. Justin got booked, he got caught out of position, and that was it. We were fortunate that it wasn't a penalty, it was just a fucking yard outside the box. The lad's still learning his trade, and I think he's going to be one for the future, where we'll probably sell him for about 80 million to Manchester United, Chelsea, or fucking some other rich club, and we'll make some money on him, and then Luton will probably get a percentage of what we sell him for. You can just see it in the wall, writing on the wall, can't you? You just know that's going to happen. There was another part where we were defending corners and stuff. I can't honestly understand why we're having Vardy defending in the corner. We had something like 4 touches in the first 30 minutes, and one of them was in the bloody penalty box. I forgot what it was. And then you got a couple on the inside our own half. And you're thinking, what is going on? We've got, if Vardy's there defending, we have not got an outlet. If we just have a quick swipe at the ball and send it flying forward, it's just going to come straight back, and all we're going to do is just defend our lines on the edge of the box. Have Vardy up front. I was a big fan of having just a man up front, even if they're up there, the ball gets cleared, and Vardy makes a foul on somebody, on the player, just to break the play up so we can regroup on the edge of the box, push on. I just don't understand why we've got to have 11 men in the fucking penalty box. I mean, That's what it looked like on the TV. Obviously, I couldn't see up the other end of the park because the TV doesn't go that wide. But it just seems that I don't see the point in defending with 11 men. 20 minutes in, Castagna, or whatever his name is, gets across into the box, but there was nobody there because there was Vardy there, but nobody else was pushing on. It's like we're all waiting and hanging back. I don't know. So just as my head. Barnes burst through the midfield, but Perez just couldn't get it under his feet. He couldn't get it under control. Lovely move. Barnes, I thought, was playing really well all the way through. Not playing really well, but what he was doing is he was trying. He was getting the ball. He was taking them on. He didn't seem to have any fear. This is what I like to see in a player. Even if we get no end result from what he was doing, he was trying. He was getting stuck in. He was ducking in. He was getting on with it, and it was worrying the opposition. Great to see. Tillman starting to up his game. I thought he was quite steady in the middle of the park. I think without Maddison there, he was like controlling it. He was pulling the strings. He was looking up and that. I thought he did quite well and all that kind of stuff. There was the ball where he passed it to Justin to Barnes shoot, but it was saved out of that, weren't it? It was hit it straight at the keeper. He should have done better there, really. The corners were being driven in as well. I don't know if any of you can remember last year, I was saying that corners were being floated in, fucking floated in. I hate it. I don't mind a floated in corner, but every time a corner comes in, it was floated. And it doesn't create any problems. All it does, it just lets the defenders attack them. When I play up front, or anybody, if you watch anybody, a forward likes to attack a ball, right? It's no good floating it up in there because a fucking forward can't get in at it. It's just there. A defender can just get up and nod it away, but an attacker needs to have some pace on the ball. It isn't there. I've mentioned again, Vardy had a shot on the 35 minutes, but he was offside. We were doing well. We actually upped the game. The 20-minute mark, we were actually up in the game, but it wasn't upping it enough. We weren't creating enough problems. So that was it. Second half, Vardy had 2 on him again. You could just see that West Brom thought, right, we know that Leicester's outlet is Vardy. We'll have 2 on him. Don't know. Here we go. But we don't seem to gamble enough. We seem to be a bit flatted. But I don't know. And then anyway, all of a sudden, about 50 minutes in, something just changed. I don't know whether we pushed Perez up a bit further. I don't know whether it just like dragged the West Brom defence out of it, because you see, I turn the sound down, so I don't know. I don't get influenced. I don't watch all these other channels now that have started up doing the kick-off idea, where it's a watch along with us. You know, you watch along with us and you can leave your comments. You know, Brian's the original one, and that's it. I don't think we need to, you know, fair play to these players that put, you know, I suppose it's like sitting down the bloody ground and watching it yourself, innit? But I just like to sit there, watch it, no sound on, and go for it. We had a goal on the 56th minute. Justin did a 1-2 with Pratt for a great cross, and Castagna, or where his name is, I will learn it. I had trouble with Soyuncu last year, but his cock's fucking massive, apparently. Quick forward pass, quick forward thinking, it was a great cross, and he just nodded it in. Absolutely brilliant. Real good working goal. This is what I was saying about Barnes and that. He's always going, he's always trying. He's developing all the while. There was a shot on the 60th minute. Vardy was offside, to be fair. The ball went in, it hit Vardy, went up, and then Perez finished it. But we were looking better. I don't know what it were. We were just pushing on a bit more. We seemed to be more composed and everything like that. Tillemans had a free kick. Very good free kick, I thought. Outside the box. Obviously, if it was inside the box, it would have been a fucking penalty, in theory. But he hit it with pace and power, and the keeper saved it. I did like to see it. It's like you do see a lot of these free kicks now, where somebody's just like, oh, I'll try and get and bend it like Beckham. There's a film there somewhere. There's no need for it. Just fucking twat it. Swallow the whole way. Vardy took a knock in the whatever minute it were. I never wrote the minute down. I was a little bit worried because it did look like a serious dead leg. It wouldn't surprise me if that doesn't come out as a serious dead leg. When he's finished running around, it might bruise up and all that kind of thing. But that's typical Vardy, chasing stuff down, never giving up on a lost cause, and he did it. You know, and he nearly suffered the price for that. But Barnes, he stormed down the left-hand side, got into the box, but he was pulled. Got into the box, but Vardy was pulled down. It was poor defending from West Brom. They let him go. They let Barnes run. Vardy got on the wrong side, on the right side of the defender, wrong side if you're the defender, and it was a penalty. He pulled him down when all said and done. You can't not give a penalty for that. Classic Vardy penalty. Got up, took it, put it on the spot, twatted it bottom left-hand corner. I did actually call that bottom left-hand corner. You can ask Ginge, we were watching it together. It was quite good, you know, well hit it. Maddison came on. I was on, I think it might have, I can't remember what programme it was. I was watching some Leicester thing. And they were on about actually making Maddison the captain. And I thought, nah. And then I thought, that ain't a fucking bad idea. A bit like the Beckham thing with the England captaincy. Make them grow up. And that's probably what Maddison needs, to be the captain of Leicester, to make him grow up and take a bit more responsibility. I don't know. It's just something there. So people, please put your comments in the comments bit in the bottom there. Maddison for captaincy of Leicester, of England. Fucking hell, he's got to get into England team. There's just something about Southgate that doesn't like Maddison as such, and I don't think he likes Jack Grealish either. And who's the other bloke who only got 8 minutes? Oh, fuck. Can't remember. There's just something about Southgate, not impressed with him, to be fair. Barnes in the 77th minute, shot wide, but like I say, keeps going. 81st minute, another pen. West Brom defender, I don't think he actually meant the penalty. I think he just turned, swung, Justin were coming in, and he took him out. That was it. Vardy steps up, even better penalty. I like the penalties that aren't bottom left. I like the ones that are in the middle. I know it's like a keeper's height, but it seems to be more taking the piss. Right at the end, Justin blocked a shot on the 86th minute to keep it at 0. That is very, very important, that we are battling to keep it 0, right? Keep it 0. We had a chance of Champions League football because we had done so well with the goal difference, but we fucked it up and that kind of thing. But it's good to see that we're not prepared to let them score right in the final minutes, even though we're 3-0 up. Telemans nearly fucked up though, didn't he, at the end there? He did a blind pass and they nearly got through. But I'm not moaning at Tillemans for that. That's it. I'm quite happy. So to round this up, folks, a good win. I'm happy with that. If you're not happy with a 3-0 win away at West Brom opening day of the season, then there's something fucking wrong with you. It's a morale booster, especially after the shit end of the season we had last year. I know West Brom have only just come up. They are still a championship side in a way. They've not taken on that many players. That kind of thing. Sorry, June, I said it again. Are you laughing? Yeah. Are you listening to me? Only when she has to, which is pretty much all the bloody time. Yeah, they've still got a lot of championship players. I don't honestly know where West Brom are going to be at the end of this season, and I don't think they're going to be pushing very higher than the bottom 4 or 5. So that's it. We just needed a win to get us going, and that's it. I'll just point out that Vardy had 15 touches in the game. A player of his ability, that is, I don't think that's fucking good enough. And that's not a criticism to Vardy. I think that's a criticism to the way Leicester play. We're not using him enough to get the best out of him. He's 33. We've got to use him more often. But 2 goals. Just to recap on the players, I thought Tillemans looked calm. I thought I was really impressed with him. Apart from that, when he gave it away, I think he took 5 or 10 minutes to get going, but he was all right. Justin worked hard. I can't fucking say his name. The new fullback, he played quite well. He slotted in. Soyuncu was cool and calm, unlike his last appearance when he got fucking riled by Bournemouth. Barnes growing in confidence. Ben Chilwell. Fuck off, mate. I honestly don't think we're going to fucking miss him. I honestly don't think we're going to miss him. You know, he never even phoned me up. He didn't even acknowledge that I'd take him down in the transit. And that's it. Now, moving on to the squad. I'm just going to round this up, moving on to the squad. We need players. Now, the only problem is, with this COVID situation, the King Power Group are being hit with, I don't know whether I've already said this or not, but they're being hit with this duty-free thing. They're not making the money. We're struggling, right? I would like to see a few players in on loan to try them out and then probably buy them. I don't know. I would not like to be Brendan Rodgers at the moment because I think he's got an absolute massive job. We've got cup competitions. If we got knocked out of the Europa League, I would not be too disappointed. I think it's a lot of effort for little reward, because of us actually winning the damn thing and getting into Champions League football is not that. Are we keeping you awake, Jim? I don't think it's on. So I just think it's a complete waste of fucking time. The rewards of the Europa League are not that good. And especially if we can't get fans into the ground to help pay for the damn thing, I just don't think it's worth it. So yeah, well done Leicester. I'm happy with that. I was a bit worried, but we came. The lads came through. They came through, and hopefully we can build on this. All right, folks. Laters.